Yo, we are back with a very viral thing that went viral recently about this man who was in court, a Las Vegas Clark County courtroom. He decided to
For domestic violence. For
yeah, he decided to jump over the podium, and he decided to fly and attack the judge.
Just after he had pleaded for her to actually suspend his sentence, right?
Yeah.
His attorney and himself had just given this whole little spiel, that, he now understands that it's a mental health issue that he has had. He was unaware of this mental health issue he had. And he finally understands it. You know what I'm saying? And for her to just give him this moment, another chance.
And 2 seconds later, it all went left. But let's get into it, you guys. It's Mary.
And Alma.
And we invite y'all to
subscribe,
and comment down below, y'all, because when I saw this, my first thing was to laugh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm just thinking, how do you go from the wooden floor and then you jump over a podium like you some pigeon? Then went to go and attack the judge. And what was even more baffling to me was finding out the extra details that he actually was pleading with the judge. People just saw what the judge said that said, "Oh well, it's time for you to have a taste of something else." Yeah. Everybody saw that, but they didn't see that he was pleading before. And mind you, this man was in court 3 months ago.
Yes, in October.
So he's talking about how I'm a changed man and I got mental health issues and da. And the woman could not even get out what the sentence was.
You never know what it was going to be. It could have been
maybe a year.
Maybe we need to try something new in terms of you don't need to be in jail.
Well, I think she was going to give him jail time.
But you don't know. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? But he's so unstable, and I don't think it's a mental thing. When you hear him, even the way he was quote unquote pleading, he was so fake in it.
I feel like sometimes people have a tendency, not all people, but there are some people who are mischievous and stuff. Yeah. They like to use, I have mental health problems, that's why I do this, and the third. Yeah. I don't think, even if he has, and it's documented, my apologies, but I don't think he really was. Because the thing is, you did not even
have mental health problems. But this, to me, it seemed like he wanted to attack her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He had
no self-control.
No, he was ready. He had self-control. That was very control. To fly like that, that was control. Control flying to get to her. But he's there telling her it was since August 2022, all these years, he didn't know he had a mental health problem. And now he finally finds out in August 2022. Well, okay, since August 2022, how
did you find out that you had mental health problems? Did you go to a therapist?
I guess so. But that means you're not taking your treatment. That means you're not being responsible with it. And that means you're still continue to do the same thing, but leave it off to mental health, right? And it seems like they have given him chances prior. And he's hoping that they will suspend this sentence. Give him this chance. Allow him, his attorney was trying to say, allow him to show you that he's a changed man. Well, and he also said, I know I have changed. I know how I have changed. And less than 5 minutes later.
Yeah. He jumped across the table. He
was so violent, grabbed her by the head, slammed that on the floor.
And then was kicking her.
And it seemed like he was kicking when he stood up and he's, moving himself. I was just like, whoa. It was just so despicable.
I think the judge's true error was believing in those bailiffs. Believing that they would protect her. Cause she didn't move fast. I'm sorry, you look like you're a convict, and you looking like you want to try to attack. I am out of there. You don't even have to ask me twice.
You cannot depend on security around you. You just can't. You gotta be like Bush. I remember President Bush when he was
at the podium.
He was at the podium talking, and somebody got up with a shoe, threw it at him. He was there ducking. He didn't look for security, whatever. The guy threw another shoe at him. He ducked again. He wasn't looking for the security, and the security seemed to just stand there.
That they were chilling.
Maybe they're like, I hope they get it with the shoe. or something. But he didn't, and you can't wait for security to come help you. You better help yourself. But I was appalled. You know, it seemed as though this man was so angry. He was so out of control. It took, and for a while he was even punching the police officer too. You know, I mean, it took 3 or 4 men to hold him, to get him off of her.
Like a wild animal.
So
like,
now, guess what?
Crazy.
You gonna be in jail for a minute.
Maybe for a lifetime. Maybe that's a life sentence.
And the other thing too, when you're giving these sentences to the judge, you better put your eye up. Like, don't look, be going like this. You know, this is security stuff, because you can't depend on the people around you to help you out. You know, you have a whole man sitting there. You're thinking, okay, he's gonna help, and then he goes with his punch.
And then even that guy in the suit who was sitting right next to her, he was like,
"That's the one he's punching." Like,
like I was like, what is this? Like,
I doubt he even knows that you were punching him.
Is he punching dough? Like, even somebody punching dough will punch harder than him. Like, obviously, that man never been in a fight a day in his life.
He doesn't. You know how those women are doing the martyr, like hitting the, you know, when they're pounding the
fufu and the oil, yeah.
But I mean, he wasn't even showing any strength. I was like, oh my goodness, the poor judge. Listen, I will have my whole security detail. It has to be people new people there, because obviously you all don't really like me enough.
Yeah.
You know, you all don't care about my safety.
Like, these are convicts. Like, I feel like they should be on high alert.
And did you see I mean, he was far away though, it seemed. I don't even know when
I don't know how that man even flew. Like,
I don't know how he got there that fast.
He must be tall. I mean, but even if you're tall, like, that's a serious
he
jump.
Jumped. He had to know how to do hurdles or something, but it was terrible. I felt so bad for that judge. And then his attorney. Did you see his attorney?
No.
Come as they're fighting, 4 guys trying to hold. He looking over like, everything okay?
That was just crazy. That was
you guys
insane.
Look at the video and see.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about this. Like,
but yeah, next time don't take a long time giving a sentence. You gotta be like this. Thank you for everything you said. The answer is a no. You're going to jail for such and such time. Like, don't look down, talking. No.
I'm sorry. My black behind would have been ran. As soon as I see him moving to the left, just even a smidge, I'm running. And even if
grab the flag or something.
I mean, the way the American flag just fell down as he grabbed that judge, and then he.
know. Oh
my God, that was a mess. I could not even breathe last night watching that.
Because she was just so short. You have so many men. He has to go. No, but he didn't really have to, because there were no men in front of her, right? But I am sure. Do you guys think that they're going to change security,
man.
like where the bailiff stands and stuff?
I think the judges might have to have like a bulletproof
right in
glass,
front.
a glass.
And then the other thing too, just I thought that, and I have seen in some courts where, I guess because they were thinking this guy, you know, his attorney is saying it. Also, he is also saying that, please suspend this sentence, right? Don't sentence me to jail and stuff. Give me a moment, whatever. So maybe they were thinking like, you know, he's not too violent, maybe, or something.
Right.
Maybe that's what they were thinking. But
that went left.
Right. I'm sure maybe it was someone who murdered someone, something like that. Maybe they're like, okay, because usually I see the cops just before the judge sentences, they'll come and stand next to the defendant. Right? So that they don't have these reactions. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody protected that judge that day.
But there was no one next to him, and except for his attorney, who you saw was no help. But tell us what you think about this craziness. Yeah. And do you think that they're going to change security
or
measures moving forward? The sentence is definitely going to change. Like,
he might get life in prison, because
now you gotta have your battery. Now you gotta have you hit the judge, contempt of court, all of those things.
But isn't that almost as bad as like attacking
a
police
kill
officer?
A cop or something?
Well, I don't think it's as bad as killing a police officer, but I'm sure it's kind of like on the same level, because this is like a judge. I just wonder. I'm thinking
that this guy, you went from a possibly suspended sentence to probably having at least 10 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least 10 years. I mean, you do the crime, you gotta do the damn time.
And
okay?
obviously, you need to be off the streets.
Oh, for sure.
And I just,
how do you do that?
I'm so sorry for whoever is in his life, like, you know, family members or wife.
Can you imagine
whatever.
being like a girlfriend or being the mama? Like,
because let me tell you, if
courtroom?
he will do this to a stranger, that's the judge, you can imagine how he really turn up when it's just him.
Like people he's comfortable
with someone who he
with
usually
a girlfriend
beats.
or something. Yeah. Nightmare. Because he was there for a battery and domestic violence. And you go and you assault the judge, you ain't never seen daylight. You will never see the sun rays.
Well, I mean, probably at least 10 years, I think.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
But you guys, we will follow this case. Because,
hot mess.
yeah.
It's Mary.
And Amma.
You might drop the like.
Subscribe.
And comment down below.
Hope the judge is okay.
Yeah.
They had to take her to the hospital. They did say that she was okay. But,
My neck hurt just seeing that.
I know.